Hello and welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we're
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
Today, we're at H.E.A.R.T.S Veterans Museum in Texas.
H.E.A.R.T stands for Helping Every American Remember Through Serving. This museum, not only is a museum with military artifacts, it's also a service center. Right now they have food outside that they're handing out. Veterans can go buy and pick up their food so they don't have to go to the grocery store during these times. They provide coffee, fellowship, service for veterans in the area. So we're going to go on in and learn more about this organization.
They also have a bunch of old war machines out here. We got tanks and aircraft and helicopters and things. So stick around. We're going to go and do the whole museum inside and out. We were told by Bob that these two uniforms here from the Revolutionary War are the only replica items in here. All the other uniforms and everything else in here is authentic. It was donated by veterans or their families.
Kane, a retired dental tech, United States Navy, and these uniforms here are the uniforms my wife and I wore when we got married in August of 1974. We met in 73 over in Pearl Harbor, got married in 74 at the sub-base chapel, which is now a National Historical Landmark. It survived the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Right. So I said, these are the uniforms. Don't worry, she did not outrank me when we got married. She got to wear this uniform her entire 4 years when she was in the Navy, and she made third-class storekeeper. Right. I made third-class dental technician, and they switched us over to the double-breasted uniforms. Right. And then in '82, I jumped for joy when they switched us back to the jumpers. But yeah, we got married in 1974, spent 45 years together. Unfortunately, I lost her last year to leukemia. She fought for 12 years and fought a good fight, but she's now in a better place. You know. And,
Is there anything else you want to tell us about your service? You mentioned some of the things that you did.
Well, I served at Naval Dental Center, Pearl Harbor, and did a stint while I was there at the Branch Dental Clinic, Ford Island. My wife was at the Naval Station, Pearl Harbor. She worked mainly over in the galley and at the women's barracks until they merged us into a co-ed barracks. You know. And then she wound up working at the chow hall over at Ford Island. So you know, I never had a problem getting meals. After that, we both got assigned back stateside. I got assigned to 32nd Street in San Diego. I was going to school, which didn't work out for me. She got assigned to VP Squadron up in Naval Air Station Miramar, which is now Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. And after she made third class, they found out that she didn't need to be with a squadron. So they moved her to base supply, and she wound up being the supply officer secretary until she got out in June of '77. I wound up going to the USS Kitty Hawk. Spent 3 months on there, and then I took a no-cost swap to the USS Chicago, CG-11. And I enjoyed on that ship because it was originally CA-136. My great-uncle laid the keel to her in 1943.
Wow.
And so I did 2 Westpacks on the Chicago. From there, I went back to dental technician, advanced general technician school, where I learned to do basically everything the dentist did, but cut the preparations, give the anesthesia. And also I learned how to do all the paperwork. So then I wound up at Naval Air Station Willow Grove, and wound up basically the senior enlisted for that clinic. And then from there I went to the Marines. 82 to 84 at Camp Lejeune, and then 84 to 85 over to Okinawa at Camp Courtney. And from there I got assigned to the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery. Spent 5 years there. The Admiral liked what I did. I wound up being the first enlisted man to run the dental productivity program for the entire dental corps.
Wow.
And then from there, I got assigned back to 22nd Dental Company, which was kind of neat because I did the initial paperwork to get the brand new clinic at French Creek. And so when I got assigned back there, I got to see the fruits of my labor.
Nice.
Because when I was at View Med, Chief Petty Officer I worked with came in one day and he says, "You want to see the dental clinic you asked to get made?" So I got to work actually in it while I was assigned there. And then when Desert Shield went down in August of '90, I wound up being still the administrative personnel for the company, but I was now the enlisted clinic director.
Wow.
And then in October, I got selected to be with Health Services support staff, and wound up moving over to them in November, right after Thanksgiving. 2 weeks later, I was in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
And got home June of '91. And then they sent me right back to 22nd Dental Company, and I stayed there till I retired in August of '93.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for your service and for sharing this information with us. That's just so wonderful that you and your wife were able to get married, serve together, and have this here, and you volunteer at the museum to tell everyone about your service to our country.
That's very cool. I also want to thank you for your service. The part that got me was you said you came back in June of '91.
Yes.
I was in boot camp. I was on the Yellow Footprints in April of '91, so I had a whole month left of boot camp to do. So, but anyway, I thank you for your service and thank you for this tour. It's great. It's great to actually see a live story of something that's in a museum. It's really cool. Appreciate it.
Well, that's part of what we do here is we tell our stories and show people everything we know. Believe it or not, as I tour this, I pick up something new every day.
Every time.
Yeah.
Still here in the museum, they have rooms dedicated to each of the services. We're obviously standing here in the Marine room. This wall is for the island hopping strategy during World War II. As we look around this room, it has all the way up until modern day uniforms and just so much stuff, guys. This museum is so full of stuff. We could never bring you even a drop of hardly any of it at all. There's just, the walls are packed here. So let's get back to looking around. Here we are at H.E.A.R.T.S Veterans Museum. I don't know what happened, but I'm standing on the yellow footprints again. I knew this was going to be a bad day.
This room is dedicated to those who served in the Air Force, and there's so much in here, y'all. You've just got to see this place. There's just so much everywhere, and there's more in storage. You got to check it out.
This is the Army room here at the H.E.A.R.T.S Museum, and this is awesome. So many stories about World War II, Normandy Beach, how it was stormed, history of the Rangers, Pearl Harbor, all the campaigns that the Army was involved in. Just a really cool room, lots to see. You could spend an hour or two just in one of these rooms learning all the stories. And what I really like about this museum is it's not really focused on the campaign as a whole. It really gets into the details of the service members, so you can read stories about certain service members. You can go like intricately into their story and how they specifically play a role in their service, so it's very cool.
can even remember which side is up. I don't think I can. There we go.
This side forward.
Yeah.
Side toward enemy.
Gotta acclimate yourself
Yeah.
with it again.
This was this in boot camp. This was backblast area all clear,
Yes.
and then because it was a 9mm round in it.
Tracer round. A tracer round. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a display of a wedding dress that was made during World War II. It was a World War II parachute that was made into 2 wedding dresses, and 2 sisters got the honor of wearing these 2 wedding dresses.
So behind me here is a Harley Davidson that was donated by Jay Kimbrough. We're actually here at the museum on Medal of Honor Day, and this bike is significant because Jay Kimbrough took this bike to a rally and realized that there were 17 Medal of Honor recipients there at the rally. He was actually able to interview all 17 of them, and he had them sign this bike. So all 17 names on this bike are actual Medal of Honor recipients. Then he gave it to the governor and allowed the governor to drive it down here and dedicate it to this museum. So it's a really awesome thing, and it's even better because it's National Medal of Honor Day today. So let's check this out. There was so much stuff inside, guys. We didn't really get a chance to come out and do a whole lot out here. But I'll give you a little pan around of just some of the vehicles and the aircraft that they have on the outside here. A Huey, rode in one of those when I was in the Marine Corps. Down there you can see a 5-ton, drove those. And then over there is a tank. Good old Papa Drew, he may have driven that one or one like that, I'm not sure. Very small portion of the inside of that museum, guys, and a little bit of the outside as well. This place is so packed full of stuff. If you want to come here, it may take you 2 or 3 days to get through and see all of it. The people inside are very, very helpful. They walked us around the whole thing, pretty much gave us a private tour. They've got a nice little gift shop. They help the veterans in the community. There's just tons and tons of things that this place does for the veterans and for you as people that like to go to museums like this and check things out.
And this is the H.E.A.R.T.S Veterans Complex in Huntsville, Texas. H.E.A.R.T stands for Helping Every American Remember Through Serving. So y'all check out H.E.A.R.T.S Veterans Complex in Huntsville, Texas.
Great place.
And thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and remember to subscribe and hit that little bell if you want to be notified for our next videos.
That's right, and leave a comment down below. We love reading them, we respond to every one of them, and it's a great way to interact with us and help our channel out at the same time. And best thing, it's free. Well, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end, and we'll see you next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.